Hey everybody, it's Durger time. Welcome to the show where everybody hates me. Why is that? Because literally everybody on my roster right now seems to have major morale issues. Well, that's actually, at least Dalton here only has minor morale issues. Most of them I think are gimmick related, so it's certainly not my fault. I don't think, but whatever. Irritated to sign push. That's from February. Whatever. Stop complaining. Anyways, thank you guys for joining me again for another episode of TEW 2016 Billy Corgan's NWA. If you remember from last episode, we did some stuff, maybe some things we probably shouldn't have done, one of which was setting up an alliance with several members of the independent wrestling community, AIW, Chikara, House of Hardcore, and PWG. By far organizations that are smaller than us, so I don't know if really that was the best decision, but in a continuation of bad decisions, I also decided to start a weekly TV show, Starrcade, to try to get our revenue going. Hasn't worked so far. No, still losing money. We're still hemorrhaging money. It'll be fine. If worse comes to worse, if we have to, Billy Corgan will just go out and make a concert or something. It'll be fine. Don't worry, okay? It'll be okay. But what are we working towards right now? Well, we have an episode of Starrcade today. And the other thing we are working towards is a Alliance special supercard, NWA versus PWG Battle of the Gods, which will happen in 3 weeks from this Starrcade that we're running now. We also have another just NWA pay-per-view happening in the third week of May, so a month from that, that's called The American Dream. So we got sort of a crossover thing to work on, which we're hoping will maybe boost our popularity a little bit, give us a little bit of a rub, which hopefully should work well for our pay-per-view in the following month, and maybe we can start getting things on track. Let's go ahead and go through Starrcade. All right, so being booked in the Midwest, being shown on Hulu Plus, backstage rating is continuing to drop. Recently, apparently, Sami Callihan and Chuck Taylor don't like each other. Kind of interesting. Not surprised. Maybe he got hit by a baseball bat. And we're not doing great here. Everyone's kind of upset. I mean, we got some good positive influences here, though, so that should be fine. Candice and Marty Scurll are working elsewhere tonight. That should be fine. Let's go ahead and let's meddle. Let's meddle here. Who do I want to meddle with? There we go. Something non-offensive. Here, Will Ospreay and Tyler Bate. You guys should like each other. No? Okay. Well, fine. I guess I'm a bad matchmaker. That's fine. So let's go ahead and book the show, and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. This is a weird one, so let's go. All right, so we start off the show with a little bit of a segment, actually with Paul Pinkie George III, the grandson of the former founder of NWA, coming out. And basically he comes out to the crowd. He's being an asshole, as you would expect, kind of shouting down people. When he says to everyone, hey, your golden child isn't here. Billy Corgan's not here. He's too busy. And he's kind of like mocking him, being really upset with the fact that he's not taking his job seriously. As we know, like, Paul George doesn't really want to be there. He's just kind of the founder of, he's son of the founder of it, so he doesn't really care. He doesn't really care about what's going on there, but he sort of has that obligation to be there, and he's sure taking it out right now in his promo. And he says, Billy Corgan was too busy to be here. He was on the road with his former band. He's back with the Smashing Pumpkins. He's doing other things. He's doing a media circus, and he couldn't be here. Well, guess what? I'm here, and if you want a freaking show, I'll show you a show, because I'm going to book everything tonight. It's kind of ominous. So we got the owner versus founder storyline, which we kind of simmered on for a while. It's starting to build up because we're starting to see the animosity between these two starting to build. We move on. So we move on to Mike Verna, who's an opening act, enters the ring. But as entering the ring, Paul George comes out on the stage, and Paul Pinkie George tells him, hey, listen, guess what? You were going to be in a tag match with your partner. Since I'm booking and Billy Corgan ain't here, we're going to make some changes. This is going to be a handicap match. And out come the Crew, who absolutely decimate him. They defeat him in 3 minutes. Mike Verno was actually counted out while fighting Little Cholo. He actually got beat up so hard he was thrown to the side, knocked to the side. So it boosted up the storyline for the tag team division erupting. This actually did okay. E25 for these guys isn't bad. Got the crowd buzzing. It was a little overbooked. It was basically just an all-out chaos match, but that's fine. They did about as well as I would expect this Crew to do. That's good. Good job, guys. We move on to a little promo with Nick Aldis, who gets a pretty good rating. So this is a backstage segment. He's in the backstage. We got a camera crew in there. He's on the phone, and he's talking actually to Billy Corgan. We can kind of make out some of the things Billy Corgan is saying, but not really well. But Aldis is saying, you need to get here. This is crazy. Billy Corgan's like, I can't. I have a flight. I can't get in. He was like, Paul Pinkie George just running crazy in here. He's just booking crazy matches. I don't know what's going to happen here. I have a match tonight, and I'm concerned. And he's like, don't worry about it. You're fine. It's no problem. I'll talk to him when I get back. Nick Aldis doesn't seem very convinced that anything good is going to come of this. This did well. Got the crowd hotter. Got a D rating, which is pretty good. And we're starting to get a little build up here. We're starting to see something interesting, a little dynamic of Nick Aldis maybe having sort of the favorite son thing going on with Billy Corgan. We didn't know before that he has, the relationship where he could just call the owner of the company now and just tell him, hey, problems are happening. So that's kind of interesting. We were learning a little bit about Nick Aldis and Billy Corgan's relationship here going forward. Now we have a match. This is another match that was booked in a weird, screwy Vince Russo style fashion. It's a very poor match, which we kind of expected. Tenille defended her belt against Caitlyn in 7 minutes by submission in a weapon on a pole match for no reason at all. Just because Paul Pinkie George III could do it, he decided to throw a weapon on a pole and said, go fight, ladies. I don't care. But Tenille makes a defense of her women's title, despite the weapon giving her a distinct disadvantage, as Caitlyn grabs it and, beats her senseless at one point with a kendo stick. But even so, Tenille powers out, ends up getting her in a submission and retaining the belt. And it gets a D minus 38. That's fine. Caitlyn's ring performance is not fantastic. So Tenille kind of had her outclassed, which is not surprising considering the pedigree. But that's not bad. We move on here to an angle between the cult of Josephus. This time they enter the ring, and the ring kind of is a shadowy darkness. Think like a Bray Wyatt entrance. Dim, and all three kind of walk in to the center of the ring. Josephus takes a microphone and starts sermonizing in the ring. And he talks about the time of divinity is soon, and that he speaks for a greater force, the Lord of Light, and that he sees him in his dreams and he communes with him. And Sammy and Kahagas understand the blessings of the Lord of Light, but soon others will too. He says the Force is pleased with their actions so far, and the Lord wishes a show of might to show the power that they can wield if others understand his ways. And he issues a challenge to any tag team to enter. So it's an open challenge, and the best friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent Beretta, come out to take that challenge between Josephus and Sami Callihan. And we got a 43 out of this. It's a decent reaction from the crowd, despite the subpar wrestling. Colt Josephus defeated the Best Friends in 7 minutes and 31 seconds when Sami Callihan defeated Trent Beretta by pinfall with a headlock driver. During the match, we also had Kahagas run in and attack Trent Beretta. So we had some screwy side actions, and, unfortunately, the numbers game for the Colt Josephus overpowered maybe the skill of Chuck and Trent. Seems like it did pretty good. Sami Callihan took a crazy bump in the match. He's getting better at his gimmick. He apparently sprained himself from that. Sorry. But it looked good. So, hey, right? I mean, hey, Sammy, you're not necessarily the safest person anymore. So I'm sure you're fine taking a few bumps for the art, right? He got a 47. Josephus got a 31. That seems like he's improving pretty well here. He was exhausted by the end, but that's fine. It was a short match. Awesome. I mean, that's kind of what we've been going for, if you remember. Partnering Josephus with a much better wrestler, we were hoping to improve his popularity, which would make people want to see him even if he had subpar wrestling, but also improve his craft while working with him. And this seems to be working really well, so I'm really pleased with this. Raven, I know he's not good, but he's my John Cena, okay? He's my Roman Reigns. I want to put him in a story. I don't care if he's not good. We'll deal with it, okay? The crowd liked it. Shut up. Yeah, and then Sammy got a bit of an injury. So, nearing the end of the hour-long Starrcade episode, Nick Aldis enters the ring for his final match. And, of course, Paul Pinkie George III kind of interrupts, hits the microphone a little bit, little tap to get everyone's attention. And he says, "Oh, you think, you're special. You think because you're friends with Billy that you're the fourth member of Smashing Pumpkins, that you can just come in and come out, challenge whoever you want, fight whatever match you want. Well, guess what? I'm still the son of the founder of this company. I still own a stake in this company, and if he's not here, I get the says. And guess what? You're going to have a match tonight. It's a championship match, and it's a three-way. I don't care. Goodbye." He throws the microphone. It just falls to the ground, and then he's like, whatever, bye. He's upset. Nick Aldis is obviously furious. All right, let's go ahead to the match here. A three-way match. Nick Aldis starts fighting Enzo Amore, and out comes Ryback. Ryan the Silverback Reeves, who we know is Paul Pinkie George's muscly partner in all of this somehow, who's clearly the one that Paul Pinkie George wants the belt on. He wants his guy, not Billy Corgan's guy, to have the belt. Now, the match had great heat, which we kind of expected with who's in it, plus what we built beginning in the show. We've built up to this really well, I think. And decent wrestling, which is good. Enzo Amore, not Ryan the Silverback Reeves, defeats Nick Aldis in 9 minutes when Enzo defeated Nick Aldis by using pinfall with underhanded tactics. He cheated. He stole. He has won the NWA World Heavyweight title. Enzo Amore is the new National Wrestling Alliance World Heavyweight Champion. We have great performances in all of them. I mean, actually, all of them are pretty even here. Did really good. D plus 50. The triple threat was just too much for Nick Aldis. And, the person who shouldn't have won has the belt, is now the face of the company. Boy, Billy Corgan has a lot to deal with when he comes back next week. And so we see here, increased our popularity in 16 regions, 43 rating. I think that's enough to make Hulu happy. Overall, pretty good scores everywhere. Only weak link here was the Verna and Paul encounter, and I guess his match, but not bad. Let's see how it does, what it does for us. But wow, what a change! What a surprise turn of events. I don't think they would have expected. I have to change the little guy in the corner there. Gonna have to remove Nick Aldis' face from the side of the screen. Let's see what we're looking at here. I don't want to deal with that right now, Tyler. Okay. So, apparently Hulu's still unhappy. That doesn't meet their requirements. What do I need for you, man? What do you want from me? Well, whatever. TV rating, though. 0.2, not bad. Time to heal. What do we need here? Trent Beretta. Yeah, we can put you. I was about to say put you down. We can put you down like a horse, Trent, if you want. Just take you out to stable and take care of you. So what are we looking at in terms of finances here? Not horrible. The show cost was $10,000. Production was $21,000. What are we making in TV revenue? $20,000. So I mean, if we're making $20,000 a week, we're still kind of under. Actually, I think we're just scraping by. Then mixed in with a monthly pay-per-view, I think this is gonna work. I know you guys are a little skeptical of it, but I think the TV show might work for us in the long run because we might make more money. Because if we're making 12,000 ticket sales plus the TV revenue, that's 33,000. Plus another 8 sponsors, so that's almost 40, about 40,000 here. And then our expenses are 21,000 for production. So 20, 37, 47. So we're about breaking even, which is okay. We don't need to necessarily make money right now. We just need to make popularity. That's the big ticket. Because if we start getting a boost in popularity, we'll be okay. Because remember, we have been kind of sliding a little bit. We're looking pretty good here. But we started for visibility higher in January. So we're still slipping down. So I think the TV show will give us a higher visibility, and that will help us out. But what do we got going on? Well, we have another Starrcade episode in 6 days, and then we have our PWG show. And obviously that next Starrcade is going to have to deal with some major fallout because Nick Aldis is no longer champion. Again, wacky doodle, look at that. Enzo Amore is... After Nick Aldis' 6 defenses for the championship, a screwy win there ended up having freaking Enzo Amore becoming the champion. I'm sure he's happy about that. You can take a look at how he's feeling. Yeah, I mean, he was grumpy before, but he's super thrilled. Happy. Yeah, I'm sure my girlfriend's gonna be happy. Enzo's like one of her favorite wrestlers, so. You're welcome, Jen. Yeah, I did it. I'm sorry. This is horrible. This is the worst thing I've ever done. Yeah, he's very happy. Very happy with main eventer. I bet. Yep. Okay. Nick, how you doing? How you feeling, dude? He's still happy. I mean, he'll get it back. Spoilers. He'll get it back. Enzo's not going to have it for long. But man, what a crazy turn of events. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you again.